Hey gang, welcome to another edition of Doc Schlock Top 10s, where I'm doing a countdown of my own personal picks of the top 10 worst holiday horror movies I reviewed in 2016. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Went through a lot of holiday horror movies last year, and a lot of them I got disagreements on, which was totally cool because I always ask you guys to form your opinions and let me know what you think of the movies I review. And I don't know if some of you guys are going to agree with my number one pick, but hopefully, the ones I put in here, well, I hope you guys understand. But let's get things going with number 10. And it's End of Days, which happened around New Year's. Kind of a weird movie. The devil made him do it. Number 9 goes to Scary or Die, which one of the stories involved a birthday that goes really badly wrong for a little boy. Number 8 goes to American Scream King, which happened around Halloween. Pretty bad movie. Number 7 goes to The Night Before Easter, which then, of course, took place partially on Easter. So, yeah. Number 6 goes to the number 23. He had a birthday, but it wasn't his 23rd birthday. Number 5 goes to April Fool's Day, the really crappy, horrible, bad remake. And speaking of April Fool's Day, number 4 goes to Slaughter High, a movie I really was not that big on. Number 3 goes to Psycho Santa. It was between this and Satan Claus, and believe me, I thought this one was a whole lot worse. Number 2 goes to Beaster Day. Here Comes Peter Cottonhell. But for some reason, I couldn't take the number 1 spot, which goes to Leprechaun's Revenge. So there you guys have it. My worst holiday horror movies I reviewed in 2016. The top 10 of them. Leprechaun's Revenge. Let me just say this much. Oh, pardon me. That's not what I wanted to say. It was a Sci-Fi Channel original movie. At least that's what they said. There's 2 different stories to this one. One of them is supposed to be an After Dark movie, and the other one was supposed to be it's a Sci-Fi Channel original. I don't know which one to believe, but to tell you the truth, I don't care. I thought it was crap. It seemed like that this is a movie that you just sit there and you go, you want to talk about cliches, this movie, and predictable. Oh my God. One part of it that got to me is that the so-called leprechaun drove a car. Yeah, he did all kinds of stuff in this movie that made me go, what? Beaster Day, Here Comes Peter Cottonhell. God, really bad special effects in that movie. But it's just one of those movies that was just, it was bad, but the monster rabbit just, I mean, it's like they tried to make it bad but tried to make it good, but leprechauns are, yeah. Psycho Santa. What an incredibly idiotic Christmas horror movie. If you've had the fortune to not see this movie, God bless you. It's basically about this couple driving to a Christmas party and guys telling all kinds of stories about a killer Santa Claus. And it's so really stupid. Slaughter High, a movie that ending, I'm sorry. And somehow Marty gets superhuman strength in a lot of that movie. I'm going, how did this happen? The April Fool's Day remake, a lot of people hated it, and I hated it too. I just did not care for that movie. You cannot remake something that a lot of people enjoyed and expect people to just sit there and like it again. April Fool's Day remake had so many dislikable characters, and it had a different ending, and I mean, the original seemed like it was kind of a horror comedy. This one was just trying to be a straight horror movie, and you just didn't like anybody in the movie. The number 23, Jim Carrey should really stay away from suspense and horror movies. This movie was not one of his better ones. But I have yet to review what I think was the absolute worst Jim Carrey movie of all time. I don't know if a lot of you guys know about this movie, but believe me, when I review it, yeah, it was awful. The Night Before Easter, it's kind of low on the list. I think that's the way it goes. Basically because it's like they really tried to make this a pretty good horror movie, but in its delivery, it was just like fail. And it's such a darn shame, too. But thank God it didn't become a franchise. American Scream King, which happened around Halloween. I just didn't really like this movie, and when it tried to give you a twist, you kind of see it coming. So that was kind of a downfall of that movie, too. Scary or Die, an anthology movie that had a birthday in the I think it was one of the final stories about a guy who gets bitten by a clown, and he becomes like a were-clown or something like that, and his little brother is just, yeah. And the final part of that story, oh god, you gotta see it. I can't give much of it away. I reviewed it, but if you haven't seen my review, you ever see Scary or Die, you get to that part about the dude becomes a clown because he gets, yeah, it's awful. And dayz, it was at number 10 because, not because it was a well-known horror movie, but because I guess I just didn't hate it as much as I did the other 9 movies in this list. But yeah, there you guys have it. Alright, next week is the top 10 movies that really deserve to be put into a dumpster. And then following that will be a viewer pick from Christopher Harris, as he sent me his picks for the top 10 worst rip-off horror movies in his opinion. So I hope you guys will check that out for the next 2 weeks. Also, this Friday, as we all know, it's Friday the 13th. And what am I going to be reviewing on Friday the 13th? Here's a hint. It's not going to be a Friday the 13th movie. Originally, I wanted to review Friday the 13th Part 2, but then I thought, nah, it's not that bad, I guess. So, there will be a special review on this Friday. Can't tell you what it is right here, but I hope you guys will tune in then. But I think that's going to do it for this little episode. And let me know in the comments below what you thought of this one. And if you got a top 10 you'd love for me to do for you sometime, send it to me in a message with your title and your picks and the whole 9 yards. And of course, let me know what you think about these top 10s. And were there any that I missed? I imagine I missed a lot of them. Believe me, there were a lot I did miss. But yeah, Beaster Day was supposed to take number 1, but then I remembered how much I really hated Leprechaun's Revenge, and I went, yeah, that's going to be number 1. Alright, well, gang, I'm rambling on, and I'm going to get on out of here. I hope you guys are having an awesome 2017. And, of course, if you like my videos, feel free to subscribe. So, until next time around, take care of yourselves. God bless you all. Thanks for watching. And until the next top 10, as always, stay strong and rock on. I would blow out those candles, but I just don't want to get spit all over the screen.